Hello. So I was going to do a podcast, but then I wanted to take you to this absolutely beautiful, magical Brockwoods here in Scotland and take you on the journey with me. And I'm out walking Patch. He absolutely loves it here. So I wanted to talk today about you, about how you're feeling right now. We're all in this together. And I want you to know that you're not alone. There is real magic building up inside of our hearts. These beautiful magical times. And what does that mean? Well, remember when you were a child? Do you remember when you were playing and you imagined what you would be like in your lifetime? What would you grow up to be? Would you be a spaceman, a woman, a doctor, an artist, a dancer, a singer, a teacher? Well, whatever it was you wanted to be, remember that at that time when you were a child, there were so many things that just filled your heart with so much love, so much gratitude, so much excitement. Every day was a new opportunity to play, to pick up your toys, and to explore them in new ways. These little insects are like fairies here. And as you explore that play, that fun, your imagination, just everything is possible. And I want you to look inside your heart right now, as you're listening to this, as you're watching this, and remember that feeling. Just hold it in your heart. And now, as you put your hand on your heart, remember that inner child, still very much alive in you. You're just a child in an adult's body, and you've learned a lot of things on your journey, and you've been told so many times how not to do something. Well, the good news is, now's the time for you to truly step into your magic. Your magic is your excitement, is your ability to create. You have a beautiful soul, and there's so much laughing, dancing, singing, creating. There's so much to do. There are infinite emotions to experience, from the deepest sadness to the happiest joy, and everything in between every day. So remember, when you're about to take your next step, your next breath, hold that feeling of you when you're a child in your heart, and follow what excites you the most, what gives you joy, what helps you love yourself even more. As you learn to unconditionally love yourself, you're able to make the right decisions for yourself. You can follow your heart. Our mind helps us bring these feelings, these creations into this dimension. Our heart is the aspect that actually creates it. We can use our minds to play instruments, to write, to draw, to move our bodies, and we use our hearts to create the content, the art, the magic, the infinite creativity. And that is so beautiful. And there's nothing else in this universe that can create quite like us. We have this ability to also co-create. So we can co-create anything we want. as we join our hearts together and remember that we're not living in separation, we are living as one. We share the same planet, we share the same home, we share the same experiences, the same fears, the same loves. We fear losing everything. We fear losing our loved ones, losing our lives in this lifetime. And we love our loved ones, and we love our life. This is the same around the planet. And so at this time, as we look inside our hearts and remember, there is such beauty, such magic, that every heart is part of this beautiful rainbow spectrum, from darkness to light and everything in between. That we are all one, we're all part of the same spectrum, the same rainbow. And as we truly feel that unity for each other, we're not scared of each other. We don't seek separation. We seek what is common between us, what unites us as a human race. We all walk on the same planet. We all bleed red. Every living thing is here for a reason at this time. And you came here, and you chose to watch this video for a reason. Because you already remember, or you're starting to remember your mission. Take 3 deep breaths every morning. Sit down for 5 minutes, clear your mind. Just allow the thoughts to flow. And focus on your breathing. Connect up into the highest dimension. Connect down to the core of planet Earth. Breathe. And then ask your guides. Ask them out loud, what is my mission? Why am I here? Why did my soul choose this lifetime? You'll hear your answer, and it will sing in your heart. It'll sing with a very quiet voice, but if you listen, it's there, singing to you. You may already have that feeling, you know what it is. We're just crossing a road, so I'm going to call my dog. Patch! Stay. It's a quiet road, so it'll just be a second as we cross. Now, Patch, stay. Okay, come, Patch. He loves it here. Patch is over 10 years old, and he's just like a puppy. We call him Grandpa Puppy. It's how I often feel. I'm not a grandpa yet. On you go. So, remembering your mission is really beautiful. I asked my guides when I started writing a song every day, inspired by the lyrics that they give me when I ask for them in meditation each morning. And they immediately told me, my mission is to raise the vibrations of the planet. And I'm using music, and it is almost predominantly happy music. Even when it's slow and dark, it is shining a light in the darkness, just like all of us right now. And I also learnt to regain the gifts from past lives of clearing and healing darkness from others. It's such a blessing, such a beautiful gift, and I feel so honoured that I was able to bring it into this lifetime. It helps me connect with every aspect of our darkness and light, to see it, to honour it, And I never show disrespect to dark entities, negative entities. I'm firm with them. I set clear boundaries, and I also, with people's permission, remove negative entities from my clients. But I always thank them for their lessons, their journeys, and return them to source, or they leave immediately. And I think that's really beautiful. There's really light in everything. Even the darkest heart, the darkest living thing in this whole universe, in any dimension, still has a very small divine spark. And when we look in the divine spark of ourselves, we're looking at the divine spark of every living thing. And we can see inside ourselves to see inside of others. There's a whole universe inside of you, inside of me. For as big as the universe is bigger than our human forms, the smallest atoms and particles of this universe are another universe size smaller than our human forms. Our human forms are about halfway in the scale of the universe. I'm not a scientist, I don't know that for sure, but whenever I see scales and I see diagrams, it seems that way. And I think it's really beautiful that it's as big outside as it is inside. And what's inside the universe of us? Well, there's so much to explore. Past lives are a big theme for me at the moment, helping recall them. I recall them when I dream, when I meditate, when I visit places, when I have readings from other people for me, and quite often when I do a session with a client, I also learn about when I knew them in a past life or lives. And the more at ease I become with this knowing, it really helps me feel less lack around this lifetime. I feel really honoured to have brought forward any gifts into this lifetime. And this is something anyone can do. Everyone can do it. And yes, they are truly magical gifts. No one can teach you how to be you. No one can teach you how to learn your gift. It's something for you to discover yourself. Like everyone's spiritual journey is unique. It is unique to each individual. I think Patch is enjoying it. It's unique to every individual, different speeds, different gifts. And just like we can't be jealous of ourselves, it doesn't really help to be jealous of others. And although many try to teach other people what their own journey has been like, and therefore trying to teach other people to follow the same path, I don't feel that resonates with me. I feel everyone has their own unique path. And what we can do is follow our own paths and share our experiences as I am now. And by sharing our experiences, we encourage others to take that step forwards into their experience. And as they do, to inspire others to share their experiences, and so on, like a butterfly effect, amplifying around the world. And at this time, the world is going through great change. And the great change we've seen with many people, including myself, for almost 2 years, staying so much indoors and separate from others. We're much easier to control when we're separate. But as we learned, it doesn't really matter if you separate us. We develop gifts and technologies to connect with each other. And it's not the same, but we stayed connected. And when we're free again, as we are now, and we'll continue to be freer, we learn to connect in so many different ways. I'd encourage you to think of your friends, your family, your loved ones. Think of them each day with gratitude. Send them love. And listen to how they're feeling when you're not near each other. Listen to, are they scared? Do they need help? Are they alone? Just connect with them. For this love is such a powerful way to communicate through this quantum reality. It's like our hearts are right next to the people we connect with all the time. They're always with us. And so when we have a negative thought about them, they feel it. When we have a positive thought about them, they feel it. And vice versa. So it's important to be both sovereign and considerate with our emotions, our thoughts. I think we're also stepping into a time of change. I'm just calling Patch. Patch! Patch! Come here! He's getting very excited and running off. I do want to, there's a tree here I want to just put my hand on and connect with. I think it's a bit further down. We're going to have a chat with it. To be mindful that whenever we think, feel, these are energies, and these energies just keep resonating through the universe. And so it's really important to remember that when we express ourselves in any way, it's an action. And it's beautiful because it helps me listen to others when I'm not around them. I mean, listen to how they're feeling and how can I help. I'd encourage you to reach out to those that you know. Sometimes you don't know people very well, maybe you've just met them. And it's so important to just reach out and say hello. Send them a quick message or a voicemail or a voice message or a video. Show your smile. Say hello. Just tell them you're thinking of them. And you can practice this without using social media or email or other technology. You can physically go and see someone. You can also metaphysically visit someone. Just put your hand on your heart and remind them that you're there for them, and that if they'd like to talk at any time, they can reach out to you. It's something I say all the time is, I'm always here. You can always reach out to me. And very few people do. But those that do, I feel really resonate with just wanting to connect. And I don't give my energy away to anyone. I only connect with people that I feel their intentions are right, that they truly understand why they're seeking help. Their mind doesn't need to understand, just the energy. And I love that we communicate with each other energy first. Doesn't matter what we say, doesn't matter what we do or how we look, our energy shines first. It speaks first. And that's really beautiful, because as the veil thins on this planet, as the matrix fades, then these energies between us become much more prominent, perhaps one day visible to all. And what I love about that is that there's no hiding from truth. And we all have truth. We all have darkness. Many of us hide it. We all have love to share. And increasingly, it'll be so difficult to hide it. Even getting a happy, high vibration mood of a person and getting them to tell lies on your behalf, it won't work, because you will no longer be able to hide the truth. And we will be able to practice more and more, and this is something we can do now, is just practicing that truth sharing with other people. Be kind, considerate, think of others when you're telling them your truth. You can ease them into it. It's hard not to be blunt with truth, but it's even harder to just hold it back. And so, yeah, I would encourage you to think about ways that you can help people understand how you're feeling. Sometimes I say things like, I use words because words have magic. I use words like, I feel that the last time we spoke, I didn't manage to get across everything I wanted to say, and I didn't feel like you were listening. And so, if it's okay with you, I would like to just complete my thoughts and share the truth of how I'm feeling. Say it calmly and with love. And when we act through the eyes of love, through the intention of love, it's very difficult to get it wrong. Sometimes I ask myself, when I'm making a decision, what would love do? And love is unconditional, and yet with boundaries. And sometimes I use the phrase, the rage of love, or the fire of love. And these are the aspects of love. Sometimes we call it tough love for people when we set boundaries, when we speak truths to others to help them through love understand their next area of growth, or at least our truth. And it's very difficult we can't control other people, we can't control their lives, we can't control how fast they learn or what is right from wrong. They have to learn it for themselves. But what we can do is show them our light, show them how we overcome our challenges. Everyone's unique, everyone's different, everyone has their own ways of coping, ways of learning, ways of expressing their love and enjoyment. And it's so beautiful to just take time and listen to them, to listen to their hearts. And I also wanted to talk about receiving, a big lesson I've been living for the last month now. As I took the step forwards, I took action to allow my life to have more energy for the things, for the people that I love, and to reduce my hours in my day job. So working in a corporate company, I've reduced from 5 days to 3 days. And it is truly magical. I feel truly blessed. I feel so grateful that I know that so many people in the planet aren't able to do this at this time. But it's more of a feeling that you can't do it. And I certainly, at the time, before I arranged it, just wasn't sure it's possible, but I knew I wanted to take a brave step. And 1 month later, I've been working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and my life, this is my life. Those 3 days are super busy, they're super intense. I actually miss the people that I work with when I'm not with them. I have so much energy when I do work with them, and I bring so much more love to our decision making and our work together, and I think that's so powerful. I feel like a different person when I'm with them for just 3 days a week. And for my 4 days off each week, I've done things I've never done before. Like, I've never done this on a Friday evening, come out by myself to the woods and done a vlog with Patch. And I've gone camping twice now, two nights, separate occasions in our motorhome, by myself with Patch. I've sung songs down at the waterside in the woods. I've done a lot more housework to help support my family. And I've spent so much more time with my kids. I was always there physically in the house, but not present. And now, as I work from home, but now I'm present and with them. I highlighted my days being able to walk with my kids. Often we come here and other places, and that's such a beautiful journey. And just to connect with them, to come out of our environment, to connect to their hearts. We talk about all the excitement and joy we have in our lives, and all the exciting things we are doing together, and we make plans for the future things we will do. And the future's always feels like now in our hearts. I feel so blessed to have such a beautiful family, and I definitely feel a lot closer to them in the last month. And taking that step forwards, the universe rewards the brave. And so when I took that action, I was rewarded. There's not much of a difference now with my income, and I'm the main wage earner, but it feels like I'm gradually stepping away from the programming that companies are abundance, and that actually I am abundance. We as individuals are abundance. And I also enjoy trading a lot more, doing free music and healing sessions for people, and then they can do an energy exchange, like share my music or do a testimonial, or collaborate with me, or we just helping each other in ways with our skills, like we sometimes do with friends and family, but doing it in a way that just feels right. I feel like when I earn enough for the energy I give out, and by earning I mean the energy I receive, I don't really mind if it's in money or if it's in the gift of the exchange in so many other different ways. And I'm not here to be greedy. I just feel that abundance, finally. And I also have this perpetual feeling of excitement that something big is already happening to me, that I'm already on a journey. And this journey is super magical. It feels in my heart now that there'll be one or some of my songs that begin to stand out to a broader and broader audience. It feels like there's enough souls waking up now to resonate with my music, and it's open to anyone. Anyone's welcome to listen. And sometimes I feel guilty that I'm not focusing more on the kind of darker aspects of emotions to write music for and help others and to help resonate with others. But yeah, I love exploring music, and I love exploring ways to connect with people and help raise the vibrations. And sometimes it does include like bouncing off the bottom of your emotions and helping people come back, just like we all do. We all go through this. So as we come to the end, if you've watched the video this long, thank you so much. I would love to hear in the comments what you took from this, what resonated with you, and if there's another subject you'd like me to cover in a future podcast or video, please let me know. And before we finish, I just wanted to say that I'm spending a lot more time receiving. This is one of my, although I'm doing this video, I feel like I'm just intuitively walking and talking, and it's such an honor to take you with me. After doing a morning of housework, chores, cleaning and cutting the grass and doing some gardening, I was tired, and then I sat for almost 3 hours, I think about 3 hours, and watched the new series of Stranger Things on Netflix. And I was just receiving, just sitting and reflecting on the abundance I feel in my life just now, and such a blessing on a Friday to be sat relaxed. It's okay, Patch. Patch seems scared of something. So yeah, take time to receive. Take time in your day to receive. It's not all about pushing out and creating all the time, every day. That's a lesson I'm learning. When we receive, when we open up ourselves to receive, it's like saying, I'm ready to receive money, or I'm ready to receive love, or to receive energy, or all these things. Or I'm ready to receive messages from my spirit guides, like whatever you want to do to receive. And it's funny because we're not really programmed in our Western culture to just receive. But I do now, I put it at least in my mental calendar, say for usually 1 or 2 hours, every few days, I'll make sure I'm sitting and just receiving, or I'm walking in nature and receiving. And it's so beautiful, because when you set that intention, you receive. You give out so much every day to this whole world. And so why not take time for yourself and receive? So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support and your love, your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. And I feel truly blessed. And I want you to feel that feeling in your heart. It's an honor to share these experiences, my music, my sessions, my experiences, I think I said that twice, with you. And I would love you to share yours, however you wish to share it. So thank you so much. I'm sending my love from Scotland. I love you.